podcast that tries to explain fictional worlds using science. I'm Simon.
And I'm Jeff.
So my rebranding idea is that we say it's crazy solutions for impossible worlds. That's like our subtitle. Do you like it?
All right. I mean, sure. Yeah, we'll do some audience testing. See how our demographic feels about it.
Do some kind of like A/B testing. We'll send it over to the guys at Google.
Yeah. They know what they're doing, right?
Exactly.
They got all those data servers.
Yeah. Also, sorry listeners if there's like road noise or like scrabbling. I'm in a new place that has nothing but background noise. So that'll be fun. It does have carpeting though, which makes echoes better. I sound great, but there is
aside from all that background noise.
Yeah, exactly. So today we're doing Spongebob, and I wanted to do this because it's a meme, and I
just
like
all of SpongeBob.
Well, I
has
mean,
become various memes.
But like the fact that they're like, oh, they're not following physics. Oh, look at this. That's a meme.
Sure.
I shouldn't be on Twitter. This is.
Well, you're doing a better job at Twitter than I ever was.
There we go. Yeah, because I did anything.
Yep, that's the one. Oh, I linked to our Twitter on our website.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Well,
that's more like the website, not the Twitter. You're good at the website.
Well, between the two of us, I've done the best job on it.
Because I don't have the login information.
Yes, that's correct.
So, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the memes. You know the memes?
Yeah, like the one that I literally just clicked on Reddit that is also a SpongeBob meme.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. I want to explain those memes because I like destroying people's fun.
Good. It's going to be a nice lighthearted episode. No one's going to be upset at all.
Nope. So, number uno. There's a party invitation that gets all... What's the word? Squiggly? No.
Wait, okay, so I just realized that we also have to describe pictures on the internet to our listeners. That did not occur to me at all until right now. This is going to be the worst episode.
I guess we should also explain it. SpongeBob is a children's cartoon show about a sea sponge whose best friend is a starfish, and he works at a restaurant.
They're not fishes.
Who's not a fish?
Sea stars aren't.
The starfishes.
Well, they're not fishes, though. This isn't good audio.
But it does the name in the podcast is Pedantic Handwavium.
You know what you signed up for when I subscribed you to this on your phone when I took it.
Yes, you, listener. Single listener. Anyway.
Right.
So ink on paper gets ruined underwater, but...
Yeah, it runs.
That's the word. But fire still exists.
In the world of
SpongeBob
SquarePants.
So, I have an idea for this.
Mm-hmm.
Underwater welding is a thing.
Correct.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I don't either, actually.
Every person I've asked has been like, oh, it just works. I think it's black magic.
That sounds about right. Here, let me just mash on my keyboard for a second. Uses elevated pressures, normally underwater.
Okay. So that's kind of how I thought it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe the logs that are underwater are just highly compressed
Wood?
Yeah. Like pressurized wood. Pressurized gas wood. So how burning logs normally works is it's the heat from the fire that releases the gas in the wood. So what if the gas is like pressurized methane or something like that, or like butane, and so it vaporizes, so you have like a liquid in the wood, and then when it hits heat, it all vaporizes, so you have a really large amount of pressure coming off that wood because the phase change, and that creates a bubble.
I'm upset that I kind of buy into this explanation already. Like, yeah, and just the pressure of the water itself helps to contain the gas within
Normally.
the wood.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that kind of works.
Or, if you want a stupid explanation, because I'm full of those, the wood also contains oxygen. And so it
also supplies the
Its
oxygen
own
for combustion.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it has other compressed gases within it, then sure, we can say it also has oxygen.
There you go. Or maybe they're not burning
Just keep
wood.
going.
I will keep on going. Maybe they're not burning wood. Maybe they're pieces of lithium.
Well, they would just, like, not stop, though. Like, do they start fires?
Yes, but maybe their kind of starting fires is just...
So it's, like, oxidized. All they're
Yeah.
doing is knocking off a bit of the rust, and then the lithium goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's
don't
good.
think the fires in the cartoon are as energetic as lithium would be.
Lithium? I think
But-
you're fine. I also don't think they're dying from the fact that they're being surrounded by lithium hydroxide. I'm pretty sure whatever, mollusks things die
Yep.
in high pH water.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
Cool. Next meme.
All right.
So this one is strength is relative. So we have a picture of SpongeBob having difficulty lifting 2 pieces of soda, but he can lift a car with one hand. Now this seems really obvious to me because the cars in this world are boats. Boats have neutral buoyancy, fairly neutral buoyancy. It's very difficult to sink a canoe. However, soda could potentially be denser than water if you put enough salt into it.
Sure. Yeah.
And it is
Yeah,
therefore...
like, you would need a lot for it to be, like, to make a difference, I would think.
But not if you have the strength of a sea sponge. If you have the strength of a sea sponge,
Okay.
you're lifting... That's what I'm saying.
I forgot that he is also literally a sea sponge. My bad.
Yeah, it's just, this isn't impossible. This makes complete and total sense with the buoyancies of water.
Yeah, so let's go back onto the boats. Like, they are sunk and, like, easily movable, but still stay, like,
On the ground.
on the ground, yeah. So what is the explanation of them, like, moving at all and not just kind of veering off wildly?
I think that they have airfoils on them that push them down when they move, and then because they have neutral buoyancy, they just sit there.
Alright, well, probably won't be airfoils.
Hydrofoils. That's
fluid
the cost.
hydrofoils? Yeah,
Hydrofoils.
that makes most sense. Yeah.
You know, airfoils for the water.
Let's just go with fluid. It's a nice catch-all.
Yeah, there you go. Fluid foils.
Yeah.
Baffles.
Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
There you go. Yeah, alliteration's always a good idea. I mean, okay, so I agree. It's kind of difficult for a thing to stay on the ground, but maybe the sodas in this world are like really dense. Like,
just so dense.
Like maybe it's like molten salt, like the kind they use to hold nuclear waste.
Well, also, like, how deep does this take place? The cartoon take place?
I didn't know this. So it takes place at Bikini Atoll.
Okay.
So however deep.
Yeah, let me just Google this. Now I'm being polite and not using my keyboard that's right under my mic. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Depth range 49 to 164 feet. Or 15 to 50 meters for our foreign listeners.
15 to how many?
50 meters.
Yeah, so it's like 2 atmospheres. 2.3 atmospheres.
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
Of pressure.
Yeah. I don't know if that would...
If that matters.
No, I mean, still, like, it's the soda is too much to lift, and then I keep going back, oh, right, he's still an actual literal sponge.
Yeah. He's an actual literal sponge.
Right. So yeah, has difficulty lifting actual amounts of mass, but because the boats help him, he's mostly just getting in the way of it and poking the boats.
Yeah.
That's
what
and they just go off in what direction they want to go.
Yeah. I think so too. That's clearly the most... Maybe people have to walk around with weights in their boats to, like, hold them to the ground.
Right, yeah, because the water in the boat isn't enough weight, usually.
No. Well, that's why they have, like, a neutral buoyancy. Like, they don't want to go up or down. They just want to stay where they are.
I wasn't being sarcastic at that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Did it, like, bleed of snark? That might just be my voice.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to do this with our voices. Cool. So, next meme.
Mm-hmm.
Fishes can drown underwater.
Oh, they just stop swimming. It's not really drowning, but they're not breathing.
I mean, I would say it's drowning.
Well, they don't have water in their lungs because they don't have lungs.
There you go.
So they can't actually drown.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that this is... the meme is incorrect.
Yeah, it sounds pretty incorrect, just biologically speaking.
So there's like a layer of a fluid underwater in which fish could like swim in and could, like a human on water. So I'm assuming it's denser than water, much like water is to air. Mm-hmm. And then there's like 4 guys who can't swim because they're fish.
Mm-hmm.
And they're drowning. They're like drowning in
because
quotes.
They're fish. Or it could just be like more dense liquid, like you were saying, that just like doesn't have the oxygen.
Yeah, so it's like
yeah,
it's like an oil spill. Wait, that's the other way around.
Well, yeah, that'd be the other way around. It's like some liquid that's more dense than water.
It's mercury. Mercury.
Yeah, that works. It's just swimming in mercury.
Big old thing of mercury. Well, let's look this up. This is our most scientific episode.
Listen as we Google. It's fun.
Maybe it's really cold water. Wait.
Or maybe
no, it doesn't work.
Like super salinated water.
That's what I was thinking, but it's...
Yeah.
If it's Bikini Atoll, That's pretty
yeah,
salivating.
it does also actually take place somewhere.
Yeah. I don't care why. I want liquids more dense. Is denser not a word? More dense than water.
I feel like they just like more dense and denser describes the same thing, right?
I feel like too. I don't care about what. Water cannot be the most dense liquid.
I mean, it definitely isn't.
I mean, like, soap is denser than water, right?
Actually, hold on. I have a thing here. And I lost it.
What is a liquid?
Hey, good audio.
Right? Honey, milk,
light corn syrup.
Crude oil is denser. So there is, yeah.
Crude oil,
wait.
yeah.
There is. They're called D-napples. They're denser. They're dense, whatever. Napples. There are organic compounds that are denser than water that don't contain oxygen. I knew that.
So like you could just take your pick of any of those, really.
Yeah, any D-napple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anyway, so we can move on from this.
Yeah. No, that one like did also have a solid scientific explanation, and we just took too long trying to Google specifically what one could be.
Yeah, I totally forgot that I'm an environmental engineer, and I should know that.
Yeah.
I should know my pollutants. Okay, here we go. SpongeBob takes a bath. Fully clothed. Clothed. It's clothed.
Clothed, yes. How do you take baths? Is that not the normal thing?
So here's the weird thing about me. I take baths, shirt off, pants on, no underwear, and then only one sock. Because
I'm just a straight socks man myself. Two nice knee-high socks.
And then I like to stand in the shower and stomp my feet so it makes slapping noises.
See, you get it.
I have a solution to this. He's a sponge, right?
Yeah, he's... Okay, right.
So if he was in soap, the water would get pulled out of him because it's not isotonic. The other one there, hydro something.
Phobic?
Nah, it's it's a solution.
Philic?
No. It's a solution that pulls water out of membranes. Like salinated solutions will dehydrate things because it pulls water through it.
Right.
So maybe that's what it is. He wants to get clean. He's not a dirty boy. But he needs
all of him to be clean.
He needs that barrier. Well, he needs a barrier to keep him from dehydrating that quickly.
All right. So you just like the soap would otherwise replace all of the water in his being?
Well, it would suck it out because the water in him would come out to try and equilibrate the water around him with the water inside of him.
I feel like that there's enough of him that he would be able to like work on one part of himself, like soap up part of him, work that up, and then like soap up another part of him.
Maybe he's
like you don't just drench yourself in one layer of soap, right?
Maybe he's just an idiot.
Well, I do think that is illustrated in most of the show. So, yes, that you're probably right.
But there's also the fact that like maybe he like is really worried about dry skin.
Maybe he just never was taught how to bathe properly. Maybe he just like thinks it's still the Middle Ages and he can never be naked fully.
Oh, that's possible too. Have we seen any nudity in SpongeBob?
I mean, aside from characters that don't normally wear clothes anyway.
Yes.
Right. Like that little green fellow who has the other restaurant. I don't think he ever wears clothes, does he?
Yeah, no, he doesn't. Maybe that's why no one likes him. Because he's new. It's tonic. It's hypotonic and hypertonic. That's what it is.
Okay.
It's osmosis.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking of. Anyway, I like that solution better. I like the fact that he thinks he has to be clothed all the time.
Okay, so we're going with the social pressures of the
Of bikini bottom.
bikini bottom morality.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we
That
don't
works.
see
That's simple.
Yeah. No one's doing the nasty because the nasty
Not because it's a children's show.
No, it's darker than that.
Because that's unclean.
So, several situations where SpongeBob freezes, but the water around him doesn't freeze.
Like, is he encased in ice, or is he, like, shivering and cold?
He is not encased in ice, but there's icicles on objects around him.
Okay.
Now, I have another solution to this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what fractional crystallization is?
Remind me for the viewer's sake.
Okay, so fractional crystallization, it's distillation in reverse. So distillation, you heat up a liquid and it boils until its solution becomes concentrated enough that its boiling point is beyond the temperature that it is at. That's how distillation works.
Mm-hmm.
You could do the opposite of that. You can freeze a fluid and ice will form up and concentrate the fluid until the fluid's concentration is its freezing point is below the temperature it's at. It's how Applejack is made.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that these are all just nucleation points, and that all this ice is just going up until the salt water that he is in is concentrated enough that it's now beyond the freezing point. Its freezing point is now below that of freezing water.
Its freezing point, like the water around him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the ice is made of like pure water, so its freezing point is 0. But the water around him is now so saline, its freezing point is like, I don't know,
-2.
Yeah, minus something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Easy.
Okay. Yeah, that seems fair enough.
People on the internet are stupid.
Yeah, there's like these are actual things that happen.
This is like a very easy thing. Okay, that's
not like we can just attribute everything to relic particles or something.
Exactly.
Or magnets.
We haven't brought up Handwavium once. This is all stuff that is like actual in the moment existing science.
Yeah.
So this one is stupid, and it's bad because
this one.
Yeah,
as opposed to the rest of them.
This one is like there's backup patties. And they're like, oh, why does he have to cook them? It's obvious, guys. Haven't you ever seen why we had a influx of wheat during the 1920s and 30s? The government is paying Krusty Krab to not release their Krabby Patties to control the price of food. Wake up.
It's just economics.
Yeah. Or it's bad economics. You don't do that. It's bad economics.
Too much supply.
It resulted in a depression.
It's fine. We got through it. Most of us.
Most of us. So people are happy that there is some logic in SpongeBob, because it does actually make sense, which is there's a tree that has to wear like a scuba suit to exist underwater.
Okay.
However, this one doesn't make any sense.
this particular tree?
Yeah, I'm flipping it on its head. We're not explaining why this should work. We're going to explain why this is stupid. So it's a tree. It's a pine tree that has to wear a scuba suit to exist underwater. So I'm assuming the scuba suit's got like CO2.
Yeah, it would have to, right?
Yeah. And I was going to say it doesn't have the ability to release CO2 from its
to release oxygen from like the rebreather.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking so too. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like, what are those things called? Stomatas? Biologist. You're not helping me out. You're coughing.
Yeah, well, you also just like called out a thing. What am I trying to think of?
It's stoma. Stoma are the little holes, the pores in leaves that allow it to like vacate either CO2 or oxygen to keep the chemical reactions going. So it has and so if you're just pumping CO2 into a tree and it doesn't have the way of like opening up its stoma and releasing water and air, it'll poison itself and die.
Right. Well, yeah, so it would try to equilibrate, but
it would literally drown.
Like unless the like scuba suit that it wears also is venting that oxygen that builds up
and water,
then yeah, true. Yeah, it definitely will die.
Yeah. See, internet.
So was that the whole thing? That there's a tree that exists that shouldn't exist?
Yeah.
Or should be very dead by now?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
This is just me. I'm trying to shake it up, man. I'm trying to make it interesting. We can't do the same thing every episode. Sometimes we've got to piss off more of the internet than...
I think we do a good job normally doing that.
So here's snowstorms underwater. Already explained that. It's fractional crystallization. And it says there's 17... Oh, wait, there's... Weird.
So what are you trying to figure out now?
I'm just trying to find the next one. They're all boring and stupid.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Like, SpongeBob wears swim trunks. We've already explained that.
Right.
Yeah. You know,
morality.
Yeah. He can't drive a boat. He can drive a rock. Already explained that. Boats are very hard to drive. They have neutral buoyancy underwater.
Did we describe driving rocks, though? I don't think we've done that one.
I guess not. How do you drive a rock?
I mean, are they able to choose where their rock goes? Or is it just kind of ride on erosion of the ocean floor?
It just is a straight line. So I say erosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, movement of the water around it causes the rock to move forward.
All right, got it in one.
What is wrong with these people? People always like, oh, these memes are so funny. I'm so clever for putting... I should just not hate on people as much as I do. I throw a lot of shade for a person who shouldn't be throwing shade.
So here I'm sure it can't possibly go poorly for you. So keep going.
Here we go. Patrick Star, SpongeBob's best friend, is cleaning his rock that he lives under,
right,
with a mop underwater, and I feel like this one's really obvious. Mops are abrasive. That's why you don't just throw water on the ground to clean it.
Yeah, right? Like, that one seems pretty straightforward to me, too.
This is what I'm saying, guys. What is wrong with you?
SpongeBob just nails all the science. Like, they really know what they're doing.
Here we go. This one does make sense. In the SpongeBob universe, a starfish is bigger than a squirrel which is and plankton is the same size as a snail.
Real small squirrel, real small snail. Easy.
Boom. Because I was gonna say maybe like genetic mutations caused by the Fukushima plant exploding in Japan.
Digging real deep, huh?
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Internet.
That's not how proven works.
Prove me wrong. And Jeff
Provide
wrong.
enough evidence.
Provide enough
to
evidence
alter Simon's hypothesis
that starfish cannot be really big. Wait,
I mean, they can be really big.
They can.
Yeah.
And squirrels are not that big. You know what? I feel like actually normal starfish are the size of squirrels.
Yeah, like squirrels, like they can get big, I guess, but they're not like huge creatures.
Yeah, I agree. And starfish can get really big, like base-sized or bigger.
Yeah, and this guy, like, he's just a normal sea star, isn't he? Like, he's not. They don't. Yeah, no, they get pretty big.
Yeah,
they can.
What is wrong with this? And then, how about this? The plankton the size of a snail. Plankton's not actually a plankton. His name is Plankton.
His name is Plankton? Yeah, that makes more sense.
He's just some other kind of weird creature. Boom, guys.
What would he be otherwise?
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in the sea.
There's a lot of weird stuff down there.
Yeah. Stuff's weird all over the sea. Just look up weird stuff in the sea, and you'll see it.
Play Subnautica ever.
Yeah.
Basically real life.
Basically. There's never been a game more accurate than Subnautica.
It very accurately conveys how terrifying the ocean is.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's an interesting one. Garbage trucks don't require specialized driving. However, specialized driving licenses. However,
that's not like a science thing. That's just they have different regulations.
I agree. However, we've also already explained it with science. Garbage trucks are filled with what? Garbage.
Usually, yeah.
They're already weighted down, so they don't have the buoyancy issue. Guys, come on, listen to us.
So they're easier to drive, if anything.
Don't give us the same problem again, guys. Come on. We've already been through this. Okay, A plus B equals a whale. I don't know what this means. It's the fact that Krusty Krab is the father of a shark.
A shark or
and
a whale?
Obviously, I think she's a shark. This says it's a whale, but that doesn't make sense. I've never seen her surface, and she doesn't have a blowhole.
Okay. Yeah, no, she doesn't have a blowhole, and she's never breathed air. Then probably not a whale.
That's
also like adoption.
Exactly. Adoption is a thing, guys. Don't be so normative. God. I was going to inject a little joke there where that's the first thing I assess about someone when I see them.
Is if they accept Krusty Krab's daughter.
No. No, I assume they should do that. No, if they have a blowhole and if they ever come up to breathe air.
You live nowhere near water at this point, right?
You mean I live in a desert? Yes.
Yeah. True. So there's probably not many people needing to go out of their way to surface for air.
Yeah, but you don't want to... Don't be so normative. You don't want to assume someone's whaleness.
All right. That's fair, I guess.
That's all I'm saying. We're done with that.
Moving on.
Oh, that's just a joke. That's no. Okay, here. How about that?
Is an actual meme.
It is. It's something from Patrick who just says, "I can't hear you. It's too dark in here," and he's a starfish, guys. He doesn't have a good brain.
Or ears. Or eyes.
Yeah. So, therefore, pretty much anything that's coming into him, all of his sensory input is the same. It's just the same.
Mm-hmm.
There is one thing we haven't addressed.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy. Is that her name? Sadie. Sandy?
The squirrel that we were discussing earlier?
Yes.
Like why she's there, or...
And why she's in an astronaut outfit? And why she's so smart? We never explained this.
Well, like, everyone that she associates with are invertebrates and don't have proper brains. So...
It's just relative.
Maybe that's where that stems from. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that totally makes sense. So they also have no idea what, like, maybe this is all interpretation through SpongeBob's sponge brain, and he really has no idea what she's wearing, so he assumes that she's an astronaut.
Could be.
Or is it, like, because
Or it could just be, like, because it's, like, the only dry suit she could get.
Do you think she murdered a NASA scientist or an actual astronaut for it? A very tiny one?
A very tiny... maybe...
Maybe she's like a failed Russian experiment from when they were sending dogs.
A failed Russian experiment that is escaped and is trying to live her best life on the ocean floor.
This is... That is more like our normal episodes. We need to mature, man. We need to get beyond that. It can't all be government
secret government conspiracies,
relic particles, miniaturized nuclear power, CRISPR,
electromagnets, CRISPR. Yeah,
we gotta move beyond it to failed Russian dog astronaut lands in the sea.
That is also now a squirrel.
Squirrel finds his suit. Wears it underwater.
That's a real squirrel-shaped suit, though. Like, that was never made for a dog.
Okay, fine. It was found by a raccoon. Raccoon tailors it. Raccoon dies. Donates it to a squirrel. Squirrel uses it to live underwater.
Simple enough.
Bing, bang, boom. Happens in the real world. Happens in real life. Raccoons are nature's best tailors.
You've heard it here first. Literally first. The only time.
Yeah. So I can't really think of any other problems with this.
Yeah, no, it actually was irritatingly simple to explain a lot of it.
It was. And now, whenever you see one of these memes, be like, hold up.
I listened to this podcast one time.
Yeah, I got this podcast you should listen to. It's by these two guys. They're really smart and attractive and have sexy voices. And they prove you wrong.
And you can find them at...
Pedantic Handwavium.
What's our name of our website? Yes, I spoke over you that whole time. Do you want to try it again?
Pedantic... I said it. I'll just cut you out.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. No, I do it all the time. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's fine. I don't actually listen to this myself.
Jeff, you need to, because you're the one who writes the descriptions.
Yes, that's correct. I should start listening to this.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's our podcast. That's our website. You can find us on iTunes. It'd be really great if you liked and subscribed to us.
And told all of your friends about us.
Yeah, maybe comment a little bit. We're on Stitcher. We're on a whole bunch of stuff. I haven't been uploading to YouTube because my computer has been in a storage unit for the past 5 weeks or so.
which will be very timely when this episode goes up.
Yeah, so by the time
quite a while from now.
It'll be like 8 weeks ago it was in a storage unit. We're on Twitter. If you want to follow us, I'm following a whole bunch of people. I don't really know how Twitter works.
We're at Handwavium.
Yeah, we are. At Handwavium. I got to change our logo to just the man's face in the bottom left.
Yes, I think that would be the most appropriate.
I think so too. Yeah, so I wanted to end this episode with me and Jeff both trying to do the SpongeBob laugh. Okay.
I also super don't know what that sounds like, so I'll have to base mine off of yours.
Okay. Good. Because mine's going to be spot on. Wait a second. To remind everybody, wait, I got this. I have a little bit of time that I can burn, so I'm going to put this up. I bet you I can find
Are you going to actually play it right now, or are you going to punch it into the episode when you edit?
No, I'm going to play it right now. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure I can find like a 3-hour, more than that. I bet you I can find like a 28-hour
a 10-hour loop of SpongeBob laugh.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not hard to find.
Oh, not at all. Thanks to the internet, man. There you go. SpongeBob laughing for 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes, huh? Hold on. Here's the 10-hour version.
That's not his laugh. It's the
That's screaming, Simon. Do you know what laughing sounds like?
I can't modulate my voice that well.
You can't modulate your voice well. You know me to only be monotone.
That's what it sounds like.
Ha! Oh, that looks great on the capture too, by the way.
Did you blow out your mic? Oh, did you
a little bit.
You sent me the 10-hour loop of this. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm sorry you had to listen to that.
Yeah, we've been Pedantic Handwavium. Find us at pedantichandwavium.com.
Defo.
Give us show suggestions. Subscribe on YouTube. We've already done this, but thanks to Joe Sopchak for our theme music.
Oh, yeah. I forgot how to do all of that stuff. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'm Simon.
And I'm Jeff. See you next time. And then just outro, punch in, SpongeBob laugh. For 30 seconds.